She-Bag got me.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry here for Run. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Second down and a run by Robinson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Third and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the third play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Johnson on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Second and 10, Howell. Got a man, it's Brown. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Foul down to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Grant on the return. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now it's Watson. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
On first down, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. No score after one on EA Sports. 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like bats, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out, Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gain.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 27, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the 50, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ballgame?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Now Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Watson going to keep it again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for us.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
In motion, the tight end. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. I call it no gain there on the first down play. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for some.
Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. Off play action. It's Howell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll go play action. Howell. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On the counter, this is Robinson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Able to connect with Dotson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Johnson to return it. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, Howell. And it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throw it for Chubb, complete on the out route. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 39, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 61 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 23. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. They find some open field here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Here's Howell. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Browns drive about to get started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep the offense moving.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing line?
Yes, this is exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end. But a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Browns,